Hello there everyone, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. And as evidenced by the amazing music we're hearing, and the incredibly awesome looking artwork we've got in front of us, and the title in the upper right hand corner there, Underrail Expedition is out. And today we're going to start playing it. There will be a little bit of prep here, which you can skip by going down to the comments section. There will be a timestamp down there, which you can either you can go to that in the video, and it will jump you ahead to where I have begun putting points into Garrett's Specializations. This is because we're going to talk very briefly about an accident that happened while I was recording this yesterday, and talk about what Underrail Expedition, the DLC, has offered us to the game, or whether what it has brought to the base game. First, the accident. I spent a good amount of time yesterday talking about a new benefit of leveling introduced in the DLC called Specializations. And I began reading all the specializations and talking about them and trying to see which ones I wanted to take. I accidentally deleted that 25 minutes of video. And to be fair, I'm kind of glad I did. That was rather too long to sit through. Instead, we're going to quickly go over them for like maybe 3 minutes or so when we start. I still have the remaining other hour of that video though, where I am super excited and I run around trying to figure out how to start the Underrail Expedition content. And we're keeping that. Number 2, let's cover what Underrail Expedition offers or brings to the base game. Now, I have not followed the DLC very much. I knew it was coming out. I had some idea of what it would offer, but I haven't seen any of the content other than their trailer when they advertised this game being released on July 22nd. So the majority of this is new. I did not know how to start the Underrail Expedition, but now I do, having obviously recorded about an hour or so of this already. I do not know of any extra quests that might be offered. I am aware that different NPCs have new conversation topics that you can talk to them about, and you might get a little more information or lore about the Underrail Expedition area. Underrail Expedition changes the gameplay, adds new features to the gameplay, some of which I am aware of, so let's cover those. Underrail Expedition adds 5 new levels to the game. Your max level has been increased from 25 to 30. It adds 3 new weapons to the game: shotguns, spears, and swords. It adds new feats to the game. It adds new feats called veteran feats to the game, which are only accessible to you upon reaching level 26, and thus owning the DLC. It adds specializations, which you can take when you start leveling as of level 15 or 16. These enable you to improve some of the feats you have already taken in some small way. It has added a new psychic skill that you can choose when you level up. You can dump points in it just like you could throwing, firearms, persuasion, mercantile, etc., etc. It's called temporal manipulation, but I unfortunately know nothing about it. It has added new higher tier quality items for crafting. It has, I believe, also, there's one more thing I'm aware of that it did. And it was a crafting thing, but I cannot remember at the moment. I think the quality has gone up more. I think the maximum for an item you could find would be like around level 140 or so, 150, but now that has been increased again to some other number which I am not familiar with. Let's go ahead and jump into the game, and we will begin covering specializations a bit. And right, I think when we left off, I think we had just completed the island, the small island that had the 2 witches in it. I came back here and did some inventory management, and as you can see, we have leveled. Awesome. So let's go ahead and begin doing that. So first off, the game, so it did offer 5 new levels. However, you will not be able to pick another ability point. Normally, you get an ability point every 4 levels, so we would gain another one at level 28. But that is not the case in the DLC. Once at level 25, or rather 24, is the last time you will get a ability point here to place it into a skill. Next, let's cover specializations very quickly. As you can see, these are, or maybe you can't. It's been a long time since I recorded the game. We have all these feats that we chose as we're leveling up, and the specializations that we have available to us are based around the feats that we have selected. We chose Grenadier, so there is no Grenadier special feat. How about that? I thought for sure there was one for every single one. Well, that's embarrassing. So we have Cheap Shots, for example, and here are 2 Cheap Shot specializations. We have Uncanny Dodge, and Uncanny Dodge has just 1 specialization. And as I hover over all of them, we'll do this really quickly. You can see how they work. Some feats will have, like, we can drop 10 points into Boyer. Speed, for Burglar, if you want the speed option, we can put only 2 points in it. And so on and so forth. They're nice ways to get a little more oomph out of the feats that you had chosen earlier. Some of them, I think, are a lot more powerful than others. For example, Burglar Stealth is probably not as useful in, let's say, as Marksman is, but they all add a little more flavor. Now, with all that said, I have now caught up to more or less where I was when I deleted the 25 minutes. Yep, so I saved you guys like 18, 20 minutes right there. I believe I had chosen 5 points in Interloper and 5 points in Marksman or so. And then I cut the video because I wanted to go and see if the Underrail.tm.info site, which has the Underrail character builder, updated themselves so that I could plot Garrett's further development. And they did. So with that said, I'm going to now put back in the part that was, actually I will splice in the rest of the video. And let's do it. Okay, everyone. We are going to go ahead and take this point into Cheap Shot's critical strike damage bonus. And we'll be putting, I think, 5 points into that as well. Yep, alright. Next, for feats. There are new feats added to the game as well. We're going to go over and look at all the new feats that are available, but we'll ignore some of the old ones that used to be here. So, first off, I don't ever remember seeing Strafe before, but there's Strafe. That could be useful for me as well, since I'm moving and shooting a huge amount, and reducing that penalty by 15% could be really handy. Here's Trigger Happy for extra 7 initiative points, making sure we start first. But I tend to start first anyway because I start from stealth. Here's Spear Throw. I'm not going to bother covering these new feats, by the way. I'm just going to show you them. I will take the new the feats that I have already selected, because off screen I went and double checked the internet, and the awesome people who created the Underrail.info.tm build calculator have updated it for Expedition, so I can totally go ahead and plot my character, and I've done that now. So we have Fend, which is also new. If you have a spear, you're able to block with it. Parry, if you have a sword or knife, there's a chance that you will always be able to block an attack with it. Deflection, but we don't have we're not using unarmed or fist weapons. There's improved unarmed combat. Ooh, that's pretty damn good. I like that. What else is new that we have here? Sweep. A special spear action. Looks like you can hit everyone who's around you. Boarding up, just in case you want to really use the riot shield. Onslaught for our swords, which we don't have yet. Most of my feats, by the way, most of my melee work with the swords already as well. It's just Cutthroat that does not. Cheap Shots work with swords, apparently. Blindsiding, this is tempting because of that extra, because we could do a good amount of damage if we attack someone from stealth, or even a normal target, but I tend to ranged attack from stealth, not melee attack from stealth. So I don't think we'll be taking blindsiding. And the blue feats down here are the new ones added at level 26. So we have Decommissioner, which is nice against machines, but I tend to rely on my electrical bolts, so I think we'll be okay without this. Flight Response is something I may be taking later on, because this seems like a very Garrett thing. When we're low on hit points, we gain an additional 25 movement points. But these are amazing. We would gain 2 points in a stat. You can only take one of these increased abilities, though. Just one of them. And I think we're going to take increased dexterity, too. This will give us... Well, actually, before we take it, we should look at all the other feats as well. And I'm going to take that because that builds into melee, it builds into throwing, it builds into our lock-picking and our pickpockets. Does it increase traps as well? Yup. And so this will improve a good amount of our lower-level abilities, allowing them to keep up with the new higher level total in the game. It also means that for melee, I won't feel as compelled to level this every level, because those extra 2 points in dex will bring this up to 201 points. So I think with that, we should probably be good. Though I'll probably still level it a tiny bit, our melee skill. There's also Monster Slayer, as you can see, and Serial Killer. You can only take one of these, though. You can take either Monster Slayer, Serial Killer, or Decommissioner. In any case, we are going to take increased dexterity at this point. And now for our skills. Now, what did I decide I was taking over here? Okay, am I still recording? Yes. Alright, so we're going to... Wait, this is the wrong thing. I had the wrong thing over here. I want level 26, not max level. Alright, so 2 more in crossbows. 7 more in... Really? Oh, 5 more in melee. Oh yeah, we could keep pumping this, I guess, if I really wanted to, but we'll be okay. 3 more in dodge. 5 more in evasion. 5 more in stealth. And then 20 points in tailoring. Alright. We could have dumped all 40 points in tailoring and tried to increase that tremendously right at the get-go. I may decide to do that in the next few levels, but right now, this is what I want to take. And I think that's everything, everyone. Oh, just in case I didn't mention it, you will not earn another ability point. These are forever stuck at the ranks at which they were, with the exception of the 1 feat. If you take, like we took the Dex +2, that now gives us 12 dexterity. Done! Holy crap, we're done leveling. Alright! Next, we should look around and see how on earth we start the expedition stuff, because I have no clue how we do it. Where is Sting? Did I accidentally get rid of Sting? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. It's been so long since I've played, if I put it someplace else, I don't know where I put it. Maybe I sold it. Alright. That's a bit awkward. That was a really good electrical dagger, Tim. Oh, it's too late. Alright. So, let's move on. No use crying over it now. Alright, so let's get started and figure out where on earth we go to start the expansion stuff. My plan currently is to visit... Okay, so here's what I know. various people have new conversation topics that you can talk to them about, but I haven't looked up who has those topics and where we're supposed to go to start the expansion. So my plan is to visit all the merchants that are here in Core City and see if there's any new equipment for sale. At the very least, just to see what that looks like. And then, if we don't find any of the stuff here, we'll begin visiting all the people, like, actually, while we're here, we should visit Core Tech. Maybe they have a quest for us to bring us to the expedition area. We'll visit Southgate Station, because maybe they can start it for us. And we should visit, probably Gorski, to see if he has anything new. And the same thing for the free drones, to see if we can get any quests over there for Expedition. I have no clue if they'll offer any, but I am aware that the Expedition stuff is mid-level-ish, or starts around the mid-level, which is to say, I think that when you have reached Core City is about when it would start. So level, we'll say like 20 or so, level 18 or 20 is about when the content for that area begins. So let's start first by going to Core Tech, and see what they have for sale. And maybe they'll have a quest for us. Oh, maybe we can see the... I don't think we were allowed to see the gentleman upstairs. But I guess we can do that while we're here. Garrett, it's a pleasure to see you as always. It's been a long time, by the way, since I've seen you. It's been like a month. Everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine with me, Joseph. Thanks for asking. What do you have in store? Oh! They've changed the graphic on all the bullets, making it easier to see what type of bullets they are. Oh, I like that. So the different millimeter have different shapes now, as opposed to just different sizes. Okay, I like that. Oh, what are these? Oh my god! Plasma grenades! $12,000 for that blueprint. Oh my god, I hope we find it. That's a ton of money. I could buy one of those blueprints, but only one. So those are off limits for me at the moment. Looks like there's new options for energy weapons. Can be attached to a melee weapon with a cutting edge to emit energy on impact, but sacrifice surface. Oh, wow! So I guess you give up penetration or damage for energy output with energy emitters. We would need more electronics, though, to use that one. Or would we? Maybe we wouldn't, because we do have the workbench. How expensive are you? I'm tempted to buy one of these. One second, everyone. What does my what's my crafting bonus listed as? I could only put in an 81 rank one. I don't have the electronics to put in that one. I don't need to worry about it at the moment. I'm not going to recreate a new knife. Oh, yep, okay, as I suspected, you can make shotguns as well. Are you selling any shotguns? No shotguns, no swords. Alright, take care, Joseph. I don't know if I'm allowed upstairs, but the game will autosave for us, so we'll find out. Oh, looks like it. Am I allowed in here? Looks like I'm allowed in to see the big boss as well. Hello, Rupert. I need to be alone. Oh, right. All right. Such thing. He's still agonizing over the loss of the faceless device. All right. So looks like we don't start the expedition stuff here. Well, crap. I thought for sure we would. Alright, then. Let's head on out, and we'll head over to the merchants. My goodness, this music. How I've missed this game. I didn't realize it at the time, but oh, it's good to be playing it again. And this will have to be something I play regularly now as well. I'm almost done with Hollow Knight at this point. My goodness, Expedition's finally out. It's been like 2 or 3 years in the making. I'm really looking forward to what they've done with this game. All right, well, let's start visiting all the merchants. Maybe someone over here. Halim, do you have anything new to talk to us about? You do not. Do you have any new equipment for us? Magnifying neuroscopic filter, temporal distortion. Interesting. I guess this is used to help you with the new temporal manipulation psionic abilities. Oh, he's selling a plasma mine. I probably should pick up these while I'm in the area. It's 134 for all of that. That would give me 9 Tier 3 electrical bolts. And if I was to buy the bolts flat out... Oh! Yeah, it is in fact cheaper to purchase this stuff instead. Do I have anything that you'll purchase from me? Oh, I do! I have psionic abilities, and I have a blueprint I don't need. There we go. Do I have anything else you are selling that I want? My plan will be to take electronics and chemistry up to rank 80, which will give me an effective level of 115 when all is said and done. That includes the bonus I would get from my workbenches. So I could purchase, like, we have the extra space, I could begin purchasing a few things that I should have access to later. Or I can still take just extra credits. If I was to take this, I'd have to pay. We'll just take some credits. Oh, I wonder if Alphabet has anything new. We should totally talk to him when I see him running around, assuming I do see him running around. We'll check Dercia as well. I remember their names. Hey, Dercia. Glad to have you back. What are you buying? Let's see what you got. She is... Oh, I really like the look of all the new rounds. That is very nice. 8.6, 12.8.6 as well. What else are you selling? So a little bit of drugs. Any crafting supplies? Nothing I'm interested in. No new blueprints. No new weapons. Probably no better crossbows. Nope. Alright, she's not selling anything I'm interested in. Take care, Dercia. Oh no! Alphabet got in the way? Alphabet got in the way. Alright, hold on. No. No one wants to buy my stuff. Come on, people. What is wrong with you all? He's not saying anything different. And he is... Oh, that's a decent quality pig leather, honestly. Quality 64? That's pretty good. That's You know what, Alphabet? I'll take that from you. I'm just gonna hold on to it here, though. So let's drop you here. Drop this here. I don't need all of these. In fact, I don't need all 4 of them. Yeah, what did I do with my electrical dagger? I must have decided that I was never going to use it, and decided to drop Sting off somewhere, but I don't know where that would have been. It's still a phenomenal dagger, so... Oh, maybe I left it in my inventory. Back at the university. Hey, Oscar. Hey, gunslinger. Back for more gear? Show me what you got. Shotgun shells. Nice. Okay. Oh, do you actually sell a shotgun? Yep, here they are. I don't know if the damage is good. I'm assuming it is, though. Because that's 100 damage. No swords? No swords. Crafting material? Anything new for me? No, nothing. Nothing I need here either. Selling a shotgun and shotgun shells blueprints as well. Alright, well, let's get out of here then. Take care, Oscar. Let's check Heidi as well. Maybe she's selling some new drugs. Perforated eardrum? No, nothing of the sort, Heidi. What have you got for sale? Alright, so... You'll buy 5 medicines. I have 4 right here. Let's... Oh! I can type in numbers? Oh my god, that's amazing. Wow, what a nice quality of life change that is. Holy crap. Thank you, developers. That is amazing. It shouldn't be, but it is. Oh my goodness, for so long trying to, either clicking that button endlessly to get the thing moved around. That is such a nice change. I like it. Yes, sir. Yes, I do. Thank you, Heidi. Well, crap, the merchant didn't have anything. Let's talk to the bartender. Excuse me. You interested in some work? Sure. What's this about? A security company from North Underrail is hiring folks for an expedition to the Black Sea. They're looking for laborers, technicians, and most importantly, skilled fighters. You know, they need some extra security over there. Whatever field of work you're interested in, you gotta be one tough pipe worker, cause the work's real hardcore. But so's the money, heh. He flashes a toothless grin. You'll find him over in the eastern docks if you're interested, down the main elevator, then east along the platform. Can't miss him. Who are these people, and what is the expedition about? Don't know exactly what they're looking for over there. I was just told to direct folks to the docks. Frankly, I reckon they gotta be digging for some old world crap to show off in a museum in Dis. Who cares, as long as the pay's good. As for the company, it's called Aegis Incorporated, and it's from the north. Yep, from the north, yes, no other words there. Security contractors, serious business. These guys are packing a lot of heat, and they look mighty hardcore in them full body armor suits. Oh, yes sirree. Makes you want to join them straight away, right? Right? When you say hardcore, money, how hardcore do you mean? I wasn't told exactly how hardcore it is, you dig. But by our southern standards, it's gotta be pretty hardcore. I reckon if the job's only for the toughest, right? Then the toughest ain't gonna do it cheap, right? Heh. I'd apply myself, but the old legs ain't what they used to be. Nah, they ain't. Rusty pipes become. Ugh. What can you tell me about the Black Sea? Damn it, man, you ain't from around here, are ya? Never heard of the dreaded Black Sea? The Hell's Gut? Spooky legends? Pirates? You know, them folk intercepting vessels, zoning out, kidnapping, plundering, then taking their loot to waters few are willing to chase them to? Don't ring a bell. Then, well, maybe this sort of work ain't for ya, kiddo. Just saying. So you're just standing here directing people down to the docks? Yup, that's my job. He leans closer. And the position's taken. Dig? Oh, got it. I'll check him out. Hey, got a coin or two? Eh? He puts his hand out. Yeah, here's a $5. Cheers! He turns away and scans for his next target. Well, before that, we're gonna go and see if we can get our money back. It's the Scrooge McDuck way of doing things. He's got some coal, and he's got 9 Stygian coins. Thanks. I feel so guilty doing that, but it's Garrett. He would do that. Yeah, let's see if Gene can tell us anything about the Black Sea, and we'll also check John the Beautiful. Is that his name as well? He might have something to tell us also. What can I get you, mate? What have you got? We also want some food. But I really want cave hopper steaks and eel sandwiches. I don't see any of that on you. We'll get 1 single hardcore chip. Oh, hey. What do you know about the Black Sea? I know as much as everyone else. Pirates, serpents, mysterious stuff. Ugh. I figure if you really want to learn more about it, go talk to the ferrymen. Yeah, I know. They like coloring their stories with all kinds of hardcore superstitions. But there's a lot of truth to what they say. That's my advice to you, mate. Have you heard of Aegis Incorporated? Absolutely, mate. Ever since they showed up at the docks, everyone's been asking about them. They are one of the largest private security companies from North Underrail, and have been around for quite a few years. Actually, I was once considering hiring them to protect my wife while we were on a trip to North Underrail. I reckon when them northern wimps see one of our beautiful southern girls. Oh, stop you. He smiles. Anyways, the Aegis guys mean hardcore business. And they have a dominating record too, so I didn't mean you should actually stop, Gene. I just said it. Oh, yeah. Why do Northerners need a security company when they have the Underrail Protectorate? Well, they need someone to protect them when they come here. You know how dangerous this place is, and not just because of local gangs and such, but free drones too. They like taking hostages and exchanging them for their own captured comrades. Protectorate can't babysit everyone, so the wealthy merchants and fat rats hire these security companies to escort them. Even though there's a lot more Protectorate in the south, these folks still need private security. Now, what's currently going on is that they have been hired for some kind of expedition to the Black Sea. So they brought pretty much everything they got, mate. That's hardcore business. Let's hit the subject. Sure thing, mate. Alright, take care, Gene. And let's see if John can give us a little more information about, I guess, the Aegis Corporation. My guess is that he'll tell us about the people working for there, if he has any information at all. And then we'll go visit Gorski and see if he has anything. Hey, pal. Got food ready? I need some specific information, John. That's what I'm saying. Prepare some food and let's get started. Tell me all you know about Aegis Incorporated. You know what? What? Hopper steak. Here you go. Okay, pal. By now you've probably figured out that they're a private security company from North Underrail, yada yada, so let's skip that. What's more interesting is how the company came to be. Aegis Incorporated was founded by 2 guys. One is a Protectorate veteran, the other a wealthy businessman from Dis. The first guy, Richard Briggs, is the guy actually running the show. He's one hardcore guy, was involved in the Battle of Dis 15 years ago, where his arm was blown to pieces, forcing him to spend a few years in recovery. Apparently, even though he got a cybernetic replacement, the nerve damage had been so dominating, the docs couldn't just patch him up and let him go. That meant he had a lot of time to observe what was happening around him and think. The second guy, a businessman called Francis Big Frank White, his job's to provide the money and take his share of the earnings. Not much else. The guy started from the bottom and now owns quite a lot of stuff up north. Appears to be a pretty upstanding citizen as well, unless he's, I don't know, got teen girls fighting to death in his mansion's dungeon arena or something no one knows about, but yeah. Yes, I am not interested in watching that at all. Now, how did these two start the Aegis Corporation? Free drones started it, basically. Briggs saw the need to protect folks from the newly emerging anarchist threat in places where Protectorate couldn't keep them safe, like when they're traveling south and back or stuff like that. He wasn't fit to fight, Briggs, but he was fit to lead. So he hooked up with Big Frank, pitched the idea, and they started the company. Briggs then contacted his old mates and formed a crew of battle-hardened soldiers who could use extra cash. The rest is history, pal. The rest is history. Alright, change my mind. Nothing more, John. I'm disappointed and hungry. Alright, I'll see you around. Nice! So, we should check out... the free drones, then. Maybe they'll want to get a piece of the action over there and fight the Aegis Corporation as well. Oh, man. Oh, this is glorious to be playing this game again. I have no clue about any of this. I haven't read... I've only read the store page when I purchased the DLC today. And of course, well, I guess there were rumors I was paying attention to. But it had been months since I last looked up any information about it. The release date on Steam, that happened back in, when, February or January? That was the last I had heard about it. Or however long ago it was that I had read about this. So I've been really looking forward to the expansion. So, I'm going to assume that shotguns are a rifle type of weapon, and that would fall under, I guess, guns. Obviously. For some reason, I thought there was rifles and pistols. I'm getting this game confused with like System Shock or something. No, not System Shock either. There was a game I was playing recently that had different types of, like, pistol weapon you could increase, or rifle, but I forget what game it was now. Alright, free drones. Let's see if you guys have anything new to talk to us about. Sneaky? Oh, nothing. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry, Sneaky. Take care. Gorski? Alright, nothing else. I guess while we're here, we'll check the merchant. See anything you like, youngster? What have you got, old-timer? Any better weapons? That's close, but not better than what we have. Yeah, that won't make a better weapon. Alright, I'm not seeing anything here that interests me. Take care, sir. Where to now, then, Tim? Free drones, everyone? Let's check them for a quest. I apologize if I'm wasting everyone's time, but this is from... So, when it comes to the main storyline, we are at the section where I've only done all of this once. Again, once we get to Deep Caverns, all of Deep Caverns will be new. For all the expedition stuff, all of it is new. So, this is completely blind, and I don't want to look up where anything starts. I don't want to look up who I talk to. I don't want to know anything before I go into this stuff. And if, I'm going to ask you that please don't spoil anything in the comments either. Please do not do so. Oh, man, like, you know, I guess who cares in the long run, but, oh, man, I really want to see... like, I want to die to every ambush. I want every trap to kill me. I want to realize all the mistakes I make, because, good lord, that's how I learned what I learned when playing Underrail. Like, I do well in this game because some of the really difficult battles slaughtered me over and over again. And I had to remake characters. I had to learn how to use my equipment effectively. I had to learn patrol routes. And I had to learn how to build an effective character. Which is to say, I had to learn how to focus on things and not waste too many points. What a glorious game this is. My god. And I don't know if it matters to you guys, but the reviews, at least on Steam, are glowing for this expansion. I never really pay attention to what the game magazines say, because I don't view them as trustworthy. I haven't read a game magazine in forever, and I tend not to go to any gaming sites either. I just rely on Steam reviews and YouTube videos when it comes to what a game is like, and even then, when it comes to game videos, I tend to try to find... I try to find YouTubers who have less than, like, 10,000 subscribers for finding people who are playing games. I really enjoy watching non-popular YouTubers, because I myself am one of them. And I like seeing the choices they make, the plays that they do, because it's not that they're necessarily any better than the people who have a lot of views, but I just like that stuff. And so, who was playing this game recently that I was watching? Actually, I can't think of anyone who's playing this game any longer currently. No Fair Fight. No Fair Fight is a guy who I was subscribed to for some time, who's playing the game. He's playing, I think he was playing it with like 18 different types of characters on dominating difficulty. Good for that guy. I don't think he was doing so well, though, when last we left off. Oh, the dog's back. Hey, Laser. Alright. Sorry, I got distracted. Let's go back to this. So, do any of you have a quest for me? And or maybe some food? Hey, Beckett. Nothing else here. Show me what you got. Am I carrying around poison bolts? I am not. Alright then. Oh, hello. A broadhead bolt head has less penetration but creates a bigger wound. Is that used to make new types of serrated bolts? Ooh, I want a crawler bolt. Are you selling anything I'm interested in for crafting? No. Let's check the barkeep here. Alright, doesn't look like we're going to get any quests from this location. Hey, darling. My stomach is growling. What do you got for sale? Let's do canned meat. Canned fish. Let me have a single root soda. Drink it and check Bates, Trenton for a quest as well, and he's got nothing. All right, so long and stay free, Trenton. All right, sorry about that, everyone. So no quests, I guess, here. Let's head on out and let's visit the docks. Time to start the expedition. I've got another like 30 minutes, so we can probably just get over there and see what's in the main location. You know, I'm gonna take off tomorrow. Please. I gotta work longer hours during the week anyway, so. Oh man, this is glorious. This is glorious. I hope I'm not making any mistakes with my character. My biggest concern is that the enemies in the game, in like deep caverns, that their levels are now going to be level 30 instead of level 25. God, I hope that's not the case, because if that is the case, then well, I guess if worst comes to actual worst, I can reload a previous save off-screen some 20 to 30 hours and level my character a little differently if it comes down to that. Because that's how you correct a problem in Underrail. Or you start over from scratch. God, I love this game. Alright, so, the docks. I think they're right here, so we'll take the stairs down. Still recording? Still recording. Is this them now? Hello, traveler. Protectorate in Core City. Damn. Where can I ask for some directions? Oh, not for me. Oh, is it any of the merchants, any of these guys? Can any of them bring you there? Oh, wait, hello. Is this new? This might be new. This looks new. Uh-oh. Oh no! This is new! This is new! Or I haven't been here. Both. Both to me. Aegis Sec Trooper. Alright. Not getting into boxes still. Oh! Shotgun shells are now available from old stuff. The guard stops you. You notice a badge on his chest, an orange and black shield, the colors being vertically divided at the center. At the bottom, it reads Aegis. Restricted area, sir. State your business. I was told you were going on an expedition to the Black Sea and needed some extra hands. He nods. You heard right. Do you have any combat experience? Yes, I've done a lot of fighting. The guard nods. We are Aegis Incorporated, a security company from North Underrail. We have been hired to protect scientific personnel during an important expedition to the Black Sea. We need highly skilled and competent individuals with sufficient combat experience. Background in personal protection, station security, or similar is highly desirable but not strictly necessary. If you're capable of effectively operating alone or as part of a small, specialized team, that will greatly improve your chances of being hired. I think it is needless to say that this line of work entails great danger, but in turn, know that the monetary compensation we offer will be quite appropriate. How does all this sound to you? Do you think you meet these requirements? How much money is quite appropriate? I am not at liberty to say that to you. So do you think you meet the requirements? Yes. Oh, well, what would Garrett say? Garrett might be a little sarcastic. But this is probably accurate considering everything we've been through so far. Fighting like 4 crawlers, sneaking through coil spider infested areas, defeating the Protectorate giant driller, firing rockets and machine guns at us, defeating hosts of burrowers. Yeah, I spent my life staring down danger until it dragged itself away into the hole it crawled out of. I'm your guy. Good. Proceed down this ramp and talk with Chief Briggs. Do not wander around the dock. If you interfere with anyone's work, you will be promptly removed. How will I recognize him? Easily. He steps aside. You may proceed, sir. Understood. I'll go speak with him. He nods. Well, you said don't wander around the dock, but you didn't say I couldn't stand here and check your pockets for things. Some interesting stuff. We'll grab the oddity as a nice memento for our first Aegis person. A lot of ammo on these people. Oh, we need more pickpocketing, which we're not going to put any points in, so really aware guard right there. All right, where is he? He must be down here. There he is, Chief Briggs. You come up to 2 men having a conversation. They had better be Lado men. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. It won't happen with these folks. No, I guarantee it. Swear on my sister's lily. Swearing on someone will not make you sound more convincing, Lado men. Results will. Yes, sir. Understood. Don't worry. These folks will be signed. He falls silent, opting to end his thought with a nod. With a freezing, austere expression, the man turns around to go elsewhere, and sees you. A mere glance at him can't but make you feel that this is the type of person who reigns over every bit of land he sets foot on, no matter how small, insignificant, or someone else's it might be. And he is without a doubt the person you're looking for today. Who are you? Name's Garrett. Why are you here, Garrett? I was told you are hiring mercenaries for an expedition. I want to join. He scans you again, this time more intently, then crosses his arms. As flesh and machine interweave to the sound of mechanical motion, the chief continues. You've been told where you be going, correct? The Black Sea is ruthless. It shows no mercy to the untrained, and to the unprepared, both physically and mentally. I need only the most competent and most resilient people I can find. I need soldiers, to put it simply. Otherwise, you are of no use to this expedition. I would love to know more about it, but this guy doesn't seem like someone who I would care to say that. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I was up to the task. The rugged man behind the chief turns his head and observes you for a few moments. You read some kind of uncertainty on his face. Uncertainty about you, but you aren't able to gather the reason behind it. You've never seen that man before, but could it be he's seen you? Convince me then. Why should I hire you? Oh, these are all interesting choices, so I'm just going to hover over them and read them to my alright, well, let's look at this. So I fight in the arena, my victories and my body is my resume. This is a fantastic answer. That's good too. That's also nice. But I think we'll start with this one. The Cortec one is a great answer. I'm currently working as a Cortec agent, and I've done so much to protect physical and intellectual property of my company that I've been personally promoted by Rupert Simmons himself, the owner of Cortec, and one of the Cortec Ogliarchs. I've shed blood. I've bled my own. I have endured everything thrown at me. Am I not the one you need, sir? The chief responds after a short delay. Cortec. Very good. Excuse me, sir, but I overheard you talking and, I had something to add. One of the new laborers had been a janitor in Cortec before we hired him, and heard a few employees talking about some newcomer who only started working, and already he's one of the boss's new favorites. That's what folks were saying. That's me. Well, Brick, the janitor, says they call you a pipe worker and a lick spittle. But I guess they're just envious sons of... That would be enough, Lattlemen. And speaking of which, do these new laborers do any work? Or do they chat with you constantly, seeing that you seem to know all their personal stories? We're using our hands for work, sir. Our mouths and ears are free. Thank you, Lattlemen. That would be all. Well, are you convinced? He looks at you for a second, then nods a few times. Yeah. I have yet to actually see you in action, but for now, I am satisfied enough with what you and Lattlemen have told me for now. Alright, Garrett, listen up. We, Aegis Incorporated, have been employed to protect a team of scientists from the University of Dis undertaking the expedition to the Black Sea, or as it's known by the locals, the Hell's Gut. The sea lies in a vast, unexplored cavern where a technologically advanced community existed until about 2.5 to 3 centuries ago. It's a community. So this is basically we're used to this, right? We go to old labs which are abandoned, or caverns which we have found ancient life living there. We'll say nothing. After this community was no more, nature reclaimed the sea. The resulting closed ecosystem has produced a large number of unique and aggressive species, which, in tandem with the pirates and other inhabitants who have settled in various parts of the region, currently pose the largest threats to the expeditionary staff. In addition to that, remnants of this community's defensive systems could still be online, which adds another layer of danger we have to account for. This is just a brief summary. You will receive the full briefing should you choose to join the expedition. In which case, there are options regarding your duties as a sec trooper. Either you will be assigned to basic camp security, to an escort team, or to a recovery team, given your experience. Or to a recovery team. Given your experience, the last two options are more probable. But that I will have to decide once we return to the camp. I didn't get the impression there was a camp already. We had set up our camp 2 weeks ago. We returned here for supplies and additional staff. Will I be able to return to Core City before the expedition is over? If necessary. Most of your duties should not require any trips outside of the Black Sea, however. Let's discuss payment. Your payment will largely depend upon the task you will be performing. Guard duty payment ranges from 50 to 100 charons per day. The average is around 7 per hour. Escort and recovery duties are paid double or triple that, depending upon a range of factors. What do you mean by escort and recovery? Escort teams escort scientific personnel to certain locations and protect them while they perform their work there. Recovery teams work independently, operating in areas unsafe for scientific personnel, like abandoned facilities and other establishments, with the task of recovering items of interest, technological equipment, armament, personal items, various samples, etc. Or, as I like to call these recovery items, scavenger teams. Recovery teams, scavenger teams, yeah. Be quiet! Therefore, he glances again at Layla before fixating on you. The exact payment depends upon the area of operation and the danger involved. Superior performance might induce considerable bonuses to previously mentioned figures. What can you tell me about this community? Who were they? What happened to them? You will receive all relevant info in due time. Right now, you and I have other things to discuss first. I've heard all I need to know. I'm in. When are we leaving for the camp? Very good. Come aboard. Consider yourself a security trooper for the duration of this expedition. You will receive your gear as soon as we return to the camp. There, you will be introduced to the rest of the staff, as well as Professor Oldfield himself. Lattleman, what's our status? Sir, how much longer before we are able to return to the camp? Oh, yes. We're almost done loading the medical supplies, sir. We've got, I think... He looks at his mobile computer. Yeah, frozen meat and power cell crates. Yes, the most important equipment Marcus requested still remain to be loaded. And that's it. Yep, I'd say we'll be ready in 1 hour or so, sir. Very good. Very good. He nods a few times. That is faster than I thought. Very good. You heard it. If you have anything else to do before we set sail, now is the time. Do not be late. I won't. I'll be with you once I'm done finishing a few things. He nods. Alright, we got only a little bit of time then. But I think we're ready. I just want to double check my equipment really quick. Oh my god, that was awesome! There's a clip with the jet ski guy. We're not allowed to wander the dock, or I totally do so. But you know what we can do? We can see if Chief Briggs keeps anything in his mechanical pockets. Ah, that's a shame. We would need more pickpocket for that. And we're not taking it. A shame it doesn't show me what it actually requires to pick his pocket. And Lattleman, how about you? Ah, we can take his key. Let's do so. And nothing else. Oh, there's the shield symbol right there, too. I would like to have explored the rest of this location. Oh, this is where you buy the jet skis from. Oh, look at that. Well, actually, we've got an hour, right? Let's go visit that really quick. It's the We have some JKK gunslingers. So I guess we'll pick the pockets as well. We're in this area. We'll check out the jet skis, leave, and then we'll probably have to call this session at that point. So let's take a look. What are you selling? Stygian coins, JK. We'll take the money. Might as well help ourselves to all the new stuff that these people have. Here we were wondering that we wouldn't be able to take 10 to 12 bucks from people. Grab a lithium cell. Oh, this whole area is locked. It's off limits? Oh, and there's a camera watching the doors. No, you don't want to investigate it. Oh, there's nothing in here. Alright, I guess maybe later on this area fills with things. That camera's going to be impossible for me to sneak past. There's no way I'm getting past it this way. And starting a fight is not what we should do either. Yeah, that camera's just going to be aware. Alright, well then let's head over there now. So nothing in there. Did we check this barrel? A dirty rag. You dirty rag. We can just say there. All right, let's go ahead and get going. We're all done. Garrett, we're almost ready to move out. I'm ready, sir. Very well. You will be directed to your boat soon, Garrett. I have other things to attend to in the meantime. At last you step onto dry land, but your eyes see little of it. They've been enthralled by the cavernous firmament doming over you. You gaze upon the stalactite constellations decorated with dangling roots, gleaming crystals, and numerous bat colonies. These stalactites unmistakably insinuate their arbitration over the sea and the land below them, for death from above, while pretty much omnipresent in subterranean life, has a significantly more acute, supreme, and inescapably terrifying presence here than anywhere else you've ever been before. This realization pierces you mentally, not unlike one of those speleothemic spears could physically. Life underground comes with a plethora of phobias, but this vast place evokes a uniquely crushing, creeping, choking feeling of smallness and utter insignificance in the grand scheme of things. And it is only being exasperated by the many sounds violently colliding in this open space, those of air currents, restless waters, and wild yet unseen life, all the while reverberating deeply and rhythmically as though all of them are combining into one singular heartbeat of the cavern itself. Somewhere out there, in the far distance, you can almost hear the faint but distinct sounds of drums and horns, the prime instruments of the undertour to this expeditionary play whose next act has just begun. A voice grounds you. Ah, welcome to Hell's Gut. Hope you bought some light clothes, Garrett, cause it's dominating hot in here. He collects the sweat from his forehead with a handkerchief and squeezes it to the side. Yeah. Chief Briggs turns to the two of you after ending the conversation with the other man. Lattlemen, after the laborers have unloaded everything from the boats, show them to their tents. And make sure Marcus receives the equipment he requested as soon as possible. Medical tent as well. Yes, yes, sir. As you command. You, Garrett, the tent you will be sleeping in is just ahead. The first one to the left, opposite the kitchen. Unpack your things and meet me at Professor Oldfield's tent as soon as you've done so. It's a small tent just past yours, also on the left side. Got it. He nods and turns to Ladleman. And if you see Yahota, tell her to meet me in my tent in about 20 minutes or so minutes. In 20 or so minutes. I want her full report on what has been happening in my absence. Yes, sir. I will, sir. That is all. Carry on with your tasks. If I look at him from this screen, it looks like half his face is actually robot. His actual ragdoll? Alright. To the left, they said? We're... I'm already lost. So, those are coffins, so it can't be that way. This does not look like the tent area. Let's go this way. We can talk to everyone later, and we'll pick pockets and stuff like that later. Let's actually try to accomplish the task currently set for us. No, this does not look like that's the right direction to go. Technically, I don't need to visit my tent. I can carry all my stuff with me, but maybe we should leave some of our supplies there. Oh, these are the tents. Okay, so we are this way, I think. Is this us? No, this must be a latrine. This looks like a main barracks. Oh, that one does say bed. Maybe this is ours? Yes, okay, so this is our bed. Oh, nice. We get some free core chips. Alright, so... we're going to split these by half. To reduce the weight we're carrying. We probably won't need all of these cells. We'll leave behind some of our medical supplies as well. And I think that will be good. Actually, we should leave some of this stuff behind. We don't need the advanced patching sets. I don't need 18 flares. Okay, I think that's good. Everything else will... Actually, do I need that many nets, Tim? Not with you. Nice. We lowered our weight by about 19. Oops, sorry about that, Mr. Guard. Appears the chief notices you enter. Promising enough. Speak of the devil, our new sec trooper. The old man fixes his glasses before inviting you further in. Do come in, Garrett, was it? Yes, come in. I'm Edward Oldfield, professor of Super Corporation history at the University of Dis. Also, the man responsible for this whole expedition, or so I've been told. A smile peeks through his mustache. We'll nod. Right then, forgive me, but we will have to get straight to the point, Garrett. Chief Briggs and I have just been discussing you, and we've come to the conclusion that a person with your experience and skill set would be best assigned to one of the recovery teams. He removes his glasses and proceeds to wipe them clean. For this, you will also have to thank Mr. Ladleman for backing up your story. His extensive insight into many of the happenings south of Core City is one of the reasons why we've hired the man in the first place. Isn't that right, Chief? Yes, Professor, you are correct. Even though he has proven to be one of the most difficult men I have had the misfortune to work with. Oh, the man is just free-spirited. He's something else, Professor. Certainly. He looks at you. But let us not keep Garrett idle. Yes. Therefore, We feel you to produce far better results in the field rather than, say, being assigned to mere guard duty. He inspects the just wiped lenses. Satisfied with the result, he puts the glasses back on. What do you say? Sounds right to me, but if I'm going to be searching derelict facilities, I'm going to need to learn a bit about them and their previous owners. I want to know what type of equipment I should be bringing with me for surgical strikes, or if I'm going to be fighting robots or horrible, vicious creatures instead. It really helps to plan in advance. Most certainly, you will receive all that information that you need in due time. In fact, your first mission might just be around the corner. For while Chief Briggs has been away, we've made a breakthrough discovery. We've been stuck in the mud for far too long, but goodness me, this will propel us forward like nothing else we've done here so far. And that is precisely the reason why I've summoned you here so quickly, Richard. That is good news. So Seeger has finally managed to recover some useful data from the NPCs that were recently discovered. Exactly. And it turned out to be just the thing we were searching for. This is not good news, Richard. These are magnificent news. Magnificent. As soon as Seeger compiles all the data he's collected so far, he will be bringing it right. A gust of air passes over your shoulder, disturbing the top papers that were on the professor's desk. Turn around. A spindly woman enters the tent, her movement so light you weren't even able to hear her footsteps. What follows her is the sound of a shrieking siren. Yehoda? Sir, we've got a large number of vessels approaching the island from multiple directions. Pirates? Negative. Natives. Some of them are approaching straight from the north, some from the west, but it seems the largest part of their forces are trying to go around to the east and land at the southeastern beach. There's a lot of them, sir. A lot of fragging savages. I tried contacting you over the comm, but you didn't respond. He inspects his communicator. My battery must have died. Oh, it was only a matter of time. Reckon there's another way to settle this, Richard? Only through superior firepower, Professor. Yehoda, take teams 1, 4, and 5 and fortify the beach. 2 and 3 will control the dock choke. The rest will defend the camp. If the assault proves too strong, withdraw to the keep and meet up with the team 7, which will be defending the northern side and establish interlocking fire with their position. Take Garrett with you as well. She scans you from tip to toe. This one? Agent Garrett, lady, of Cortec. Enough! We have an invading force at our doorstep. Professor, you move to Marcus's tent. It's safer. This one is too close to the shore. Yes, right away. You two have your orders. Move out, on the double. Affirmative, sir. You, follow me. Unfortunately, everyone, I do need to stop here. When we pick up in the next episode, we'll begin, I guess, defending the camp. I'll see you guys then.